The Simpsons, Season 36, Episode 5, titled Treehouse of Horror 35. Of course, this is the beginning of the annual Treehouse of Horror event that happens in every season. And of course, let's jump into it because there are 3 stories. This might be a little bit longer than a typical video. Hell, this might be a 20-minute video. We know how much I gabble on about these 3 stories. But anyway, so the first one is called Intimation Wage, and what this one is about is literally a commentary on the political parties, which is kind of timely because, you know, in a couple of days there's a political debate. But 2, it's also a Pacific Rim parody. And the whole story is that Lisa, as once again, is trying to make Springfield a little bit greener, trying to be a little bit more healthy for the environment. And Springfield's like, we're not that. Actually, we hate that. And it all comes down to LED lights. LED lights is healthy for the environment. And because of it, you get all the false news about, you get the fake versions of Fox News saying, like, or Mike has in Swayer, Sky News, saying that these LED lights are poisoning your children, they'll make you gay, and all that kind of stuff, right? And all that kind of bullshit that Fox News does. And all of a sudden, 2 kaijus come out. One red, one blue. One representing the Diplomats, which is, I think it's the blue one. And then you got the Republicans being the red one. And basically them destroying buildings that both of them represent. Like, the Republican one, they're destroying gay clubs and library books and museums because, they want to rewrite history and pretend like, oh no, slavery wasn't never a thing. Even though, yes, it was. And meanwhile, the diplomats are kind of doing, there's a good joke about them, the blue one, the blue kaiju, who's once again meant to be diplomat, is about to destroy a gun warehouse. That's a warehouse that makes rifles, and it's about to they're going and gun violence, and then it stops and talks about something else, and you just go and say, I guess that's a political commentary of, it doesn't matter who runs the country, gun violence is still going to be a thing. They're going to say we're going to end it or control it or whatever, but they're going to, they're probably just simply not going to do enough or fuck all. So, there's probably a lot of commentary on that. I mean, there's a lot of humor with that. Even me who lives outside of the US, I just you just naturally hear about things and you just go, this is so on point. It's so on point on everything. To a point, it's just hilarious. And having, Lisa and Bart, and we find out Bart's a white winger. So in a way, you have Bart and Lisa, the left and the right, fighting together to stop this these 2 kaijus. And of course, there's bickering because they're brother and sister and all that. And of course, there's a good joke about Homer getting trapped by a donut. And he says, sorry for me eating your babies. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, this one is basically action-heavy Halloween, section. Whereas, here's monsters. Monsters hit Halloween. Monsters hit the stariness. Kaijus hit the stariness. Robots. So let's do this, a political version of Pacific Rim. So that's basically what that one's about. And I thought, hey, this is the first 2 are pretty quick pace. I was like, we're done? That's it? Because clearly the 3rd one is the one they really are marking over. Save the 3rd one for last, which we will talk about, but we'll go through the order of things. But so the second one, it's called The Fall of the House of Monty, which is of course meant to be a parody of the the House of Horror Archer. Mike is more based on the original story versus the Netflix show. And what is basically about is, Mr. Burns one, and this is like set in like the 1920s, or we know, probably around the 1920s, where Mr. Burns is an evil businessman, as he always is, and this time instead of running a power plant, he runs a corn soup business, and suddenly everyone dies. All his workers die because he doesn't treat them well. He offers them Thanksgiving and not give them anything. They're starving to death. And so when one of them tries to trying to get a little bit of the corn soup, aka Homer, everyone dies. Everyone gets burned to death by all the corn soup liquid. And Mr. Burns one night just gets haunted by these ghosts, and they get haunted and haunted and haunted and haunted and haunted. And it's ghosts, so once again takes on the Halloween aspect of things. It's I don't know, it's probably the weakest out of the ones, because there's not really much to it, except, okay, Mr. Burns is running around the house, and Mr. Burns is like going, ghosts are my, workers, and all that kind of stuff. There isn't really much to it, really. Did I like it? Yes. Was there enjoyment? Yes. Was there some humor in there? Yes. But not much to it. Now, the final one, the one you can tell, like, this is the main event, this is the main one that they're focusing on, the one they're marking over, is a thing called denim. Now, if you don't know what denim is a pair of jeans, what jeans are made of, and it's also a symbiote. Yes, denim is meant to be a parody of Venom. And the symbiote being a black liquid goo, it's a pair of jeans. Like, Homer can't, he's having a hard time finding some jeans. He's interested in this woman, aka Marge, this cafe worker, and out of the blue, these jeans that look like realistic jeans. They actually, this is like photo generated kind of, not AI, but these look like real jeans. Versus animated ones. And the denim gets locked onto Homer, and they get along. They bond a relationship, a friendship. And Denim helps Homer to get with Mars, and get into a relationship. There's a little bit of a joke about Denim not wanting to take his pants off because of reasons, because he's like, we can't survive longer without our hosts, and so I'll help you by dry humping you, and all that. So, well, he has a mouth, so probably is also that. But Denim gets a little bit jealous. He's like, and Homer wants to spend time with Marge, but Denim is like, I want it to be Homer and no one else. Like, I'm his soulmate. It's kind of like Venom. It is kind of like at least the second Venom, where it feels like an actual relationship, not a friendship, where one's getting a little bit jealous than the other. So then there's a girl it's a girl hunting. It's a girl chase where Denim is chasing, is just chasing Marge with Homer as hostage, because there's scenes where Homer says, "Sorry, Marge, my parents are attacking you." There's humor like that, and I don't look. Probably these Treehouse of Horrors gone the days where you'll get the shining ones, or these Treehouse of Horror ones feel a little bit more like, hey, let's do movie parodies, but not horror parodies. And just doing hey, let's do Venom. Hey, let's do the Fall of the House Usher, which in fact falls into horror territory as well. And let's do a simple whim. It does feel like Treehouse of Horror is basically just there to, like, I haven't seen it, but the idea of like Lisa becoming a serial killer, that is more, sounds more interesting. That falls into the category of falls in the category of this is what we are of falling into the Treehouse of Horror versus this movie parodies for the sake of like and just slock it in as part of the Treehouse of Horror thing. But you know, is there jokes? Yes. Are they to be told? Yes. Yeah, but am I going to play we watch these? We watch this one? No, probably not. I'm probably not going to rewatch this Treehouse of Horror one. Yeah, a couple good jokes out there, but and clearly, hopefully, the Republican, the first one kind of is a little bit outdated. Hopefully, but anyway, if you've seen the episode, let me know your thoughts.